What is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Garcella. Welcome back to another video. I'm back at it again with Toronto is Live, episode 4, and we are here to talk about two teams only today because only two Toronto teams are playing. That is the Maple Leafs and the Toronto Raptors. So without further ado, let's get into it. So to start off, we're going to have the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are absolutely crushing it right now in terms of the NHL. They have won their last 3 games. And some Leaf fans may know what I mean by that. The Maple Leafs versus the LA Kings and won 5-1. They went to go versus the San Jose Sharks and win 5-3. And then a big game was at hand for the back-to-back between those two games. A back-to-back against Anaheim was a huge game, realizing that the Maple Leafs, if they won this game, this would be the first sweep going into California against all those California teams since 1995. The first time we swept them. And we finished it. We won that game 2-1 over the Anaheim Ducks. What a game it was. It ended up going to overtime. It was such a fun-filled game, and I'm so proud of the boys for getting it done in California and coming back to Toronto against Columbus on Monday. Now we move on to something different. Well, not really. Still Toronto and the Maple Leafs. But we have William Nylander. Yep, we talk about him a lot because he doesn't want to make up his mind. Now, I have a theory. I don't think the Leafs need Nylander anymore. I've been on a train, okay? I've been on the bandwagon train a little bit, just jumping back and forth between should we trade him or should we keep him? Which one should we do? And I was originally on trade. Then I moved to keep him. Now I'm back on trade. And this is why. The Maple Leafs have obviously shown in that 3-game series they don't need William Nylander. Stats show we played 3 hockey games. 3 60-minute games. And we scored 12 goals in total out of all those 3 games and only led in 5. Numbers adding up. Looking like the Leafs will not need William Nylander. Because they're pretty well defensively. If we can get a pretty good defenseman to lock down that defensive core, we're set. And the offense is showing up pretty good even without Matthews. What happens when Matthews comes back? What are they going to do with Kadri? We don't know. But it's going to be something exciting, and I can't wait. Those are the good problems to have, especially with a hockey team. So, my proposal is William Nylander will get traded to the Carolina Hurricanes. This is what I'm proposing. That the Maple Leafs will trade for these 2 players. So this is going to be the trade that my mock trade. I think the Leafs will trade William Nylander, Tyler Ennis, and a conditional 2nd-round pick for Justin Falk and Brett Pesce. Now I know that sounds like crazy for Carolina to give up 2 big defenders like that to the Toronto Maple Leafs. But they did say they were all in. So, being all in means you're giving us a lot of material to work with. Giving us 2 defenders is what we're asking for, and that's what you're offering by saying you're all in. That's what the Leafs will do. That's what I think they will do. That's my mock trade. Let me know what you think about it. Tyler Ennis, he's a great kid, but he's just proving that he's trade-worthy. He's jumped around a lot in the league, and I think he is a player that will get traded a lot. I don't think Babcock would give away Levo anytime, and I wouldn't either. He's a great player. Freddie Gauthier wouldn't give him up either. So you got to give someone that's with age and can still have a little bit of skill, and that's Tyler Ennis. So now we're gonna move on to the Raptors. The Toronto Raptors have been absolutely wanted to say kill it, but they've been slain. The dragon has been slain. You know what are we gonna do? The Raptors went on a 3-game losing streak. First game was against Pelicans. The Raptors lost to the Pelicans 125-110, 126-110. Sorry about that, read it wrong. And then they versed the Detroit Pistons. The new head coach of that team is Dwayne Casey. It was nice to see him come back into the building of the Toronto Raptors. It was nice to see him have a little bit of a return to the Raptors and, you know, just get to see what he's up to. And he's controlling a pretty good team because they did beat the Raptors. The Raptors lost to the Pistons 106-104. and it just gets worse from there. Then the Raptors went to go versus the Celtics at the TD Garden, and they lost in overtime to the Celtics, 123 to 116. Yeah. But that wasn't a bad night, honestly. That game was pretty good for the Raptors. I think what set the game was Kyrie Irving scoring 43 points. 43. That doesn't happen often. That's a lot of points. And now we came to a back-to-back. The Raptors versus the Bulls. It was a big game. Toronto Raptors needed the win, and they needed to redeem themselves with this highlight tape right here that I'm going to show you. We're going to go there in 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, the Toronto Raptors versus Chicago Bulls. It was a big game for the Raptors here in Chicago at the United Center. First, Pascal getting it dirty at the rim. Downtown from Lowry to Van Vliet for the three. A nice shot there by Van Vliet. But Van Vliet passing it back to Lowry and a little bit of moves of his own. Valanciunas, the layup. Raptors looking really good in that first quarter, but just bringing more to DeLon Wright. The Raptors with Kyle Lowry throwing the ball everywhere. He didn't throw the ball around that time. Took the shot on the screenplay. Ibaka throwing it down to Draymond Green. It's good. Down goes the three. The Raptors leading by 10 at this point at the second half. But it would just get worse as a nasty dunk by Serge Ibaka. But he's not finished. Coming up with the one-handed shot. Sinks it. Nice little swish move there by Serge Ibaka. Raptors up by almost 30 points. And Lowry would finish it on this amazing layup for the Toronto Raptors to only beat the Chicago Bulls by a total of 39 points. Yeesh. Fred VanVleet getting the all-star performance in that one right there. That was a great performance by everybody on that team. I know VanVleet got the most points, but at the end of the day, everybody came on top. Everybody played the best of their abilities to make sure that the Raptors would just come out of that slump that they were in. They had a 3-game slump. It happens. Teams go through slumps. Look at Golden State. They're going through one right now. I'm pretty sure they've lost their last 2, and it's not looking good right now for Golden State. Big teams go through slumps. It happens, but we still got first place at the end of the day. Doesn't matter. You just got to play your own game and make sure you stay in front of the teams that you want to stay in front of. And I think we've realized, out of all of this, especially in basketball, home court is the biggest advantage in all of the league. It is definitely the biggest advantage when it comes to playoffs. Home court, that's where it's at. Anyways, that is all I have to say for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button as it helps me a lot. Subscribe for more. If you want to watch more of these videos, then you should hit that subscribe button. Or if you want to check out my other videos, TMLSM, Toronto Maple Leafs Season Mode, is what I'm doing right now on my PlayStation. You can go check those out on those broadcasts. They'll be about an hour before the game, the actual Toronto Maple Leafs game. So go check them out if you want to see them. And hit that share button below. Hitting that share button, you'll have any platform that you can pick from under the share list there. I'm pretty sure everything is there, at least that I've checked. But yeah, check anything on the share list. Share it with your friends and family because sharing is caring. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.